Scorpio, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. So this is going to be your Celtic cross reading. Keep in mind, Scorpio does not have to be just your sun, moon, rising, or your Venus. It can be any planet placement. And if you don't have a planet placement, you do have a house. So take what resonates, throw out what doesn't. What's going on for Scorpio? Whoa. We got a flyer. Ooh. Separation. Longing for somebody longing for you. You're separated from somebody. I don't know if I should keep that or not. Yeah. We're gonna keep that as your, first card out. This is how you presently are. Lost love. So, interesting. Well, I'm sorry about that. Okay. Let's get the rest of the cards down. What's challenging? Yeah. 8 of Cups. Root. Neptune. Past. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Higher self. We have Jupiter action. All right. Near future. We've got the mask. The facade. What about you right now? The world. Okay. Outside of you. 2 of Cups. All right. Hopes and fears. Past. Suffering. Okay. Outcome. Tower. I think that's even going to be a surprise for me. Ooh, Scorpio. This is going to be an interesting one. Again, sorry. You are feeling the loss of love. You're separated from them, haven't seen them. You're in a little bit of grief, right? A little bit of bummed out, right? What's challenging you is 8 of Cups. It's the fact that there's emotional distance from this person you're separated with. It's tough for you having the emotional distance, right? Not being able to talk to this person, open up to this person, just to be close. I get it. So the whole root, we have Neptune here. So something isn't being seen clearly, right? There's the rose-colored glasses. So something isn't clear. So the whole root is there's a confusion, and which is what makes it exciting with the unexpected. Not all towers are bad. And I want people to understand that there could be a good surprise that comes out of this. We'll find out as we go through. But with the rose-colored glasses, there could be something that, maybe you're not seeing in this situation. Maybe something they weren't seeing. I don't know. In the recent past, it feels very much like you were a combination of trying to have patience because you are separated. You're not talking to this person. There's no emotional contact. I also feel like maybe you were hoping to get something started, right? So maybe in spring you may have been, trying to do something to get back into contact with this person, maybe to see this person. And at the same time, you were having some patience. Okay. Your higher self. Okay. So we've got Jupiter. Jupiter is all about it's growth, it's expansion, it's action. It's taking inspired risk. It's being adventurous, right? Good fortune, miracles. I think your higher self is trying to tell you that, I'm going to hold off on that because I'm getting two stories. It's some of you, it's, let's take a risk and explore new opportunities with other people. And I'm also kind of getting taking a risk of taking some sort of action towards this person you're in separation with. So we're going to have definitely clarify that. In the near future, we've got the mask. So this is, belief systems. It's having a bit of an awakening, right? It's okay. Maybe you were not as open with your emotions, which is why your challenge is being separated from this person, right? You can see it looks like she's got a dress of all water flowing. So it's maybe you have not been as open with your emotions, which is why there's emotional distance. And now it's okay, well, maybe I need to kind of show myself a little bit. Maybe I need to open up to this person. Maybe I need to take a chance, right? With Jupiter action. Maybe I need to be a little bit more adventurous and show who I am because Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio sun, I'm a Scorpio Mercury, and it's also my fortune. Look, I know how we are. We are full of emotions. When we have our eyes set on somebody, that's what we want. Scorpios pick their prey. They pick who they want to be with. And I think inside you've chosen this person, but you haven't shown them. See this guy? He's faceless. Scorpio's like, you're not going to see me cry. What? I mean, if you're not going to talk to me, that's cool. I don't want to talk to you either. I'm good. But inside, it's simmering. We don't always like to show our emotions because in our mind, when we are in our shadow side, we feel like that's weakness. And it's a tough lesson because truthfully, it's not. If we can, take the glasses off and not be so confusing with our emotions, again, we have a tendency to kind of like take action or maybe say something that will show that we like that person, but then sometimes our outer face, our expressions, the way we act towards them can go in opposite direction where it's like, no, I don't have any emotions for you. I don't know. I'm not ooey gooey. Stop. And so it confuses people. So the root of this is all there's confusion. So it could simply be here that you want this person, you're emotionally, feeling drawn towards this person, but you're not really saying it or your actions aren't matching it. You've got the mask on, you know, you got the poker face. How you currently are is the world. She has the butterfly over her mouth, right? And this is, you know, I think realizing after some time, some distance, you know, the world is distance, whether it's geographical or emotional. And I think during this separation period, you're coming to the conclusion and realizing, I really want this person. I gotta say it. Oh, damn! I gotta put on the real mask. I have to show this person the real me. Well, how are they? Well, they're magnetically attracted to you. This is the Two of Cups. They're passionate about you. They're very drawn to you. That is a Scorpio trait. They're very drawn. You're very mysterious, right? So I think the mysterious, hopefully I can say this right, and I don't even know if this is a word, the mysteriousness, I don't know, look it up. Is it a word? The mysteriousness maybe went too far. So while they're very attracted, there's just a whole lot of confusion because you've got to let the guard down a little more and not be confusing. So in the hopes and fears, we've got the past and we've got suffering. I think you are afraid that maybe the past will be repetitive. And you're afraid that this person may have let go of you. But in the outcome, well, we've got something unexpected. And I have no clue. So I'm with you. We don't know. That's why we dig in. So I kind of think we got a lot of the story here. So I'm going to cut through some of these. I think I get, because you're a Scorpio, about, you know, the mask and you need to open up. Let's get a little confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So let's get to the Neptune with the rose-colored glasses. Let's just go there to the root of all this with the confusion. I think I got that. I think I explained it. Now, I will say, I think you are very much dropping the mask for this person, or you're about to, because the flow of this layout is very open. So I think you are definitely ready to drop the mask and be open with this person. Okay. All right, what is the Neptune? 10 of Wands. Ooh, okay. Three of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. It's been very heavy trying to get this connection, relationship. You know, you may have had some kind of relationship where maybe it was touch and go. It's still a type of relationship, but it's a connection. It's been very heavy that you have been trying to get this connection off the ground. You've really been trying hard, even though you've been wearing a mask, which is why I think they're still very connected to you because there's still some sort of connection, maybe reach out, even though there's separation of not seeing each other and not being emotionally connected right now. It's just been a struggle because you've been trying really hard to let this person know you love them, you want to be with them, you can't stop thinking about them. You want to get this off the ground. You want to get a real relationship going. And it's just weighed on you so much that you've been taking steps. You've been trying. It's been slow, but it's been heavy. And while you've been taking these steps, there's still been confusion, which is the challenge is, you releasing, clearing things up, right? Making it clear. Maybe it's just been, oh, hey, how are you doing? Um, maybe it hasn't really been a conversation. Maybe it's just been more of little things here and there where it's not emotional. It's just, hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, I heard about this. Did you see this? Oh, yeah. How about the weather? Without really saying, I miss you. I really want to be with you. I really want to get this off the ground. I really want to get us, connected again, back in good terms, you know. Yeah, I get it. I get it. So let's go to the Jupiter. Taking action here. The Nine of Wands. Chariot, Cancer energy. Ten of Cups. King of Cups. All right, so the King of Cups, yeah, full of emotion. Absolutely. But they don't always show it. That's you, Scorpio. We know that. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, right? And the Chariot is, where you're going. You need to get up off your butt. You gotta make some change. You gotta open up. So the inspired risk is, not approaching this person like you have been in the past where it's been confusing, because maybe you're approaching them like a buddy, like a friend, and so that's where it stays. And it's, the wounded warrior is like, let's not keep doing this the same way. Let's not, let's get straight, right? Let's get our emotions on the same direction, okay? And let's tell this person, let's not be poker faced. Let's get moving, right? Let's take the action to not approach it. Let's open up with some emotion, right? That's you. You need to take the action to open up. You could have Cancer in your chart. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You take that as it resonates. Doesn't have to be. So let's jump over to the world, you. Well, there's the Queen of Wands. Absolutely. There's the Eight of Wands. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, you got to get out of your fears, right? Of taking action towards this person. The way you're communicating, it's, the Queen of Wands is confident. They know what they want. They're going to go in and after it. They're going to go get what they want. They're courageous. They're bold. They say what's on their mind. And that's you with, the Knight of Swords. Is you got to get out of your fears and take the action to move towards this person and say, hey, this is what I want. I want you. I miss you. That is, where you are. I think you know this, but you've got to get over your fears. So let's go to this person. Two of Cups, chemistry. Oh. So you've got the Six of Swords. Ace of Swords. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, ha ha! That's funny. This person doesn't have patience right now. Remember I told you, so there's a lot of chemistry here. They feel very passionate towards you. It's a magnetic connection. And that does happen with Scorpios. So they're losing their patience. They're like, can we get this thing on a roll? They know this. They're like, come on. You know what I mean? Because they don't know your true intentions because of the way you're approaching them, right? Just like a buddy or, hey, how's the weather? It's just simple, right? It's not really talking about, hey, I want to move towards you. I want to get this off the ground. They're losing patience with, this moving forward. They're getting caught up in their head, and it's clear to them that they are losing patience. Now, that makes me a little nervous because if they're losing patience in the unexpected, I hope that we don't find out that they've already moved on, because here your hopes and fears is, can we let go of the way the past was in this connection, the way, you were shut down and not open? Can you get over how long it's taken with all the confusion and illusion? Because when somebody gets confused, they're going to get tired, right? Oh boy. Let's go to the past. Hopes and fears. This is like a movie to me right now, because this could go either way, because with them losing patience and they're like clear about it and they're feeling passionate, are they trying to get their needs taken care of, right? You get where I'm going with this? Or, are they gonna somehow shock you and come towards you and force the conversation? I don't know, dude. This is like a movie. It's one of those mysteries. I don't like that. All right, what is this past? Nine of Swords. Yeah, I know. There's so much anxiety. I have anxiety because I'm like, what's going to happen? The Knight of Wands. Ten of Swords. Yeah, see, you're worried that the past is going to get in the way of this, and with so much worry and anxiety from the both of you, you're worried that they're going to take their passion elsewhere and cause an ending. That's what you're worried about. Just kind of what I thought, because I said this is like a movie. I don't know where this can go. You're worried that they're going to get tired and go towards somebody else. So, oh my goodness. It's like two lovers passing each other in the night and not even realizing it. It's like you both have it in it for each other, but there's so much confusion and illusion with how do you really feel? Well, how do you really feel? I don't know. Are we just friends? I guess so. You know, even though deep down, no, you're mine. I want you. It's like, oh my freaking goodness. So what is this unexpected? The Tower card. I'm afraid to look. Ace of Pentacles. Oh my God. Six of Cups. The Moon. Cancer energy again. Scorpio energy, that's you. There's going to be a new opportunity to connect with this person again. Now, to clear up what happened with the confusion and illusion, it's almost like, okay, in order, it's like somebody's going to, I feel like somebody's going to break down about the fact that they're having nostalgia. I don't know which one of you it is. And maybe that's to be determined, because you both are very connected towards each other. But it is going to happen, even though you are sitting in fear of, oh, this is done. They don't have any passion towards me anymore. It's getting lost. No, there's an unexpected shift, and I don't know if that's you that starts to open up to clear up the illusions. So, you know, it's like somebody's going to offer out a legitimate, hey, I miss you. Here's the truth. Let's clear this up. And this could be by the next full moon. The next full moon is Aquarius. But again, whenever you come to this video, it could be by that next full moon. You know, the full moons, they make you emotional, and sometimes they make you more intuitive, more willing to open up about your feelings. That's when people speak truths, whether that's good or bad. Sometimes, you know, people get so emotional, they slip and say, oh yeah, you look fat in those jeans. You know what I mean? They don't mean to say it, like, oh shoot, you know what I mean? I'm just giving you an example, but you get where I'm going with that. And it feels like it's very unexpected that somebody's coming forward, right, to talk about, hey, the nostalgia, I'm missing you. I want to reconnect. Whoa, I don't know who's going to do it though. I don't know. Can we get anything else on that? And maybe it's still to be determined. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Yeah, that's... there's a... Somebody wants to... It's like a power struggle of... It's getting out of your head and realizing you both want to put work in on this. The is still not telling me. I don't think either of you know. And that's, you know, you have free will. So I can push on this as much as I want, but I think it's still going to take us in circles because it's to be determined. This is a cliffhanger. The only other thing I can do is pull an emotional card for you to see where you're at and pull an emotional card for them to see where they're at. And it might help. I don't know. So let's go to Scorpio first. But you both are it's a power struggle of you both wanting to work on it. Give me a card for Scorpio. Anticipation. Yeah. Anticipation is the desire for the future, filling you with energy and motivation. When anticipation arises, it will guide your direction and inspire you to work toward your goal, and let anticipation fuel your success. So you're, I was going to pull them next. They got wisdom. You're feeling the anticipation of wanting to go towards this person. Let's see here for them. Wisdom. Wisdom is profound understanding and insight, allowing you to see the essence of things. When wisdom enters your life, it reminds you to listen to your inner voice and find your own truth. You know, it feels like they have the wisdom. I think they know that you wouldn't still keep contacting them if you didn't care. It's not like if you had dropped off and you'd not said anything and you'd not tried to do anything, even though it's not coming across as you should be emotionally. But I think you're building up the anticipation to reach out and be clear about your emotions. I think you're anticipating this. Here, I think that they're starting to wake up to their intuition and get a little bit more wisdom and know that they are wise enough to know that Scorpio isn't going to just reach out to reach out. They're all in or they're all out. So if they're still reaching out to you, they still have feelings for you, cross-watcher or whoever. Okay. So it's like, come on, use your wisdom, use your intuition, right? There's a sniffer around you. That's what my stepfather used to call him. He's like, I don't want any sniffers around you. So if a Scorpio is sniffing, if you're sniffing around somebody, they need to wake up and realize, okay, this person isn't just reaching out to reach out, right? There's something more they're trying to do, right? You're trying to learn to take the mask off. You're trying to learn to say, okay, I've been thinking about you. I don't like the separation. I miss you and I want to talk to you. I think that's what you're anticipating building up to. So I feel like maybe you. I could be wrong though, because with them, it's like, hey, buddy, gal, use your wisdom. You know what I mean? They may not be as open right now. They're working on it, but you should know they want you just as much as you want them. Okay. I don't know what else we could do. Let's get a timing card. That's what I did for, who was the last one I did? Capricorn. Let's do a timing card and see when this tower could come in. Because this seems to be a lot of confusion for a long time. With the Knight of Pentacles. And right now you're starting to feel the energy pick up. Eight of Wands is pretty quick. Chariot's pretty quick. Let's get to moving. But we'll see. When's this tower coming in? Ooh. I think it's going to be pretty quick this month. This month. I don't know. It could be you. It could be them. Maybe it's the both of you kind of at the same time. Where you both start to open up at the same time. All right, Scorpio. You got to drop the mask. They're losing patience. Well, if they're getting impatient, they can say something just as much as you can, right? So if you're a cross-watcher and you're losing your patience and you're realizing, hey, I want to, I'm tired of being mentally confused here. You could reach out just as much and be like, I'm confused. Can we talk? Do you want more? Maybe you can start it, right? It could be either of you. All right. So I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you some insight. Make sure you subscribe, share, like, comment. All that does help. And until the next one, I love you guys. Get to moving. Get your action. Okay? Get moving. Till the next one. I'll talk to you soon.